Please, I'm not a clothing reseller. I'm gonna emphasize this a whole ton. The fact that I can't even find the tag shows you how much not of a clothing reseller I am.
Hello, my name is Tatiana. Quick recap. I've flown over the border into the US to visit some friends. Obviously, I'm going to be stopping at some thrift shops. So I'm from BC, Canada, and we don't have Goodwills in BC, so I was really excited to come to the US and check them out. So I head to my first Goodwill, and obviously once I get in, I head straight towards the mug aisle, and the first thing I see is this thing. However, though, it's full of chips, so I put it back on the shelf. Then I see this cute little set that if I was in Canada, I probably would have picked up, but because I'll have to ship it home, I left it. Then I'm just looking and perusing the other mugs that I see all over the shelves. There are so many. I was so excited, and the best part is that they're all priced so low. Like, I don't think I've seen $1 mugs in a long time. See this Coca-Cola mug? I end up putting it back, but now rewatching the footage, I kind of wish I picked it up. These are my first finds. I couldn't believe how in good condition they were. They were like basically not even used. So I put those, well, I don't have a basket yet, but I put them in my basket essentially. And then I saw this cute guy. He had a few chips and he had 2 price tags. I wanted to pick him up, but the chips put me off, so I left him on the shelf. I feel like I scored. So I drove over to the next Goodwill, which wasn't too far away. One thing I was surprised about how many Goodwills there are. In BC, there's maybe 6 value villages, and they're all really spread out, but these Goodwills are everywhere. Obviously, I head straight for the mugs, and I see this vintage style travel mug, and I put it in my basket. I wasn't really sure about it, but I picked it up and put it in there anyway. Going through all the other mugs, I always make sure to pick up the front mug so I can see the back mug. And I put it back, go to the next one. Puppetry for Fine Arts. I went there and I loved it because I am a Muppet fan as well as a Dark Crystal fan, so if you are, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It definitely hit me in the childhood feels. Please excuse the backwards words. When I inputted this footage, it happened to be upside down for some reason, so when I flipped it over, everything came out backwards. I see this cute pedestal mug and I'm undecided about it, so I put it back on the shelf. I keep looking, but I can't stop thinking about this one, and I end up putting it in my basket. Now, compared to the last Goodwill, this Goodwill shelves are packed. Like, I mean, packed with stuff, where the last ones were like basically empty. I'm so tempted to come and organize everything on the shelves. Should I do it? Should I make a video and do it? Because I'm really very tempted to. Perusing the other shelves, I don't see a whole lot, and they're very disorganized, so it's really hard to feel like you've seen everything. I find you feel like you have to pick everything up to see what's under everything, behind anything, just in case you miss something, just because the shelves are jam-packed. Don't find anything in the knick-knack aisle. Moving on, I'm going through the mugs that I did find and checking them out. This one ended up having a ton of like sticky gunk all over it, as well as the graphic inside there was wearing off. This one I did research on, and it's a coffee company, but it wasn't popular enough for me to pick up, and then the bottom of this was just too worn for me to take home. You can also see there's a suitcase in my cart because I was going to have to buy a suitcase in order to carry all these things, but because I didn't pick up any of these mugs, I basically walked out empty-handed.
For a Goodwill that had so much stuff,
I couldn't find anything. There were larger items in there that would have been good for Facebook Marketplace, but I'm only here for a week, so it didn't make sense to pick them up. And then all the footage from my last few thrift shops was corrupted, so we'll go straight into the thrift haul.
Hey guys, so I am now back in Canada at my little workshop here, aka my parents' garage. So when I was in Atlanta, I went to 3 different thrift shops. Obviously, the last thrift shop's footage got corrupted and I couldn't use it. I'm gonna go through those items that I found there as well. Going to start off with these bad boys. These are Hearth & Co. Magnolia mugs. They were basically new. I couldn't believe it, and they were $1 a piece. And this is why I love Goodwill. The mugs there are so much more reasonably priced than the $7 to $10 mugs that you find here at Value Village. Next up, I have this simple West Elm glazed mug. It's West Elm. It was $1. Picked it up. Then I have this lovely Threshold Hello Lovely Swan mug. Most people will know Threshold is a Target brand, but here in Canada, Target went away. We don't have Target, so if people are selling Target up in Canada, it generally sells pretty quickly. So fingers crossed someone wants this little cutie. Next, I have this, the Actor's Brain Diagram parody mug. Now, I have a lot of actor friends, please don't be mad at me, but I think it's pretty spot on. Don't be mad at me. Moving on. So the last of the mug is this Arches National Park mug. Now, I generally don't pick up location mugs. I generally don't even search comps on location mugs. They're not my thing to sell in terms of mugs. However, with this one, I thought that the fact that it had like a nice map interior made it stand out from many other of vacation collector mugs that I've seen. And if this doesn't sell, like I'm happy to put this into my collection, and that's why I picked it up. There was one last mug that I had that I don't have here with me because you would have seen in my last video if you watched my video on Sunday. I donated that mug to a mug house. Shameless plug right here, you heard me. There is a mug house in North Carolina. It's started by this family who just basically started putting mugs everywhere on their house. Like everywhere. So in the listing, they say you're welcome to bring a mug, and if you find a nail, you're welcome to donate a mug. So this is exactly what I did. Moving on, I got this. It's called the Beverly House Ute Mountain Pottery. I do not know much about it, other than it's in really good shape. It was only like $2. I thought it was cute. Next up, we have this pineapple brass container thing. I think it's adorable. I'm really tempted to keep it for myself, but since I live in a van, I have to control myself and put it in my store. I lied. I did have another mug that no longer with us anymore because I dropped it. That's so sad. Ugh. I did a thing and I am not happy with myself because it was a beautiful ceramic Starbucks black tumbler mug, and that could have sold easily for $20 to $30, and I got it for 79 cents, you guys. 79 cents, and I dropped it and it smashed and shattered everywhere, so it's very sad. But I kept the lid. Small tip, if you find extra lids, keep them, because there's many times where you find the tumbler but there's no lid, and so if you have extra lids, you can buy the tumbler and just put the lid with the tumbler, and then it can sell for a little bit more than what it would without the lid. So I kept the lid. Still sad, very upset. Last 2 items that I bought that I generally don't buy or pick up, but something compelled me to pick them up anyway, was this book. It's really scratched up now. Sad. It's doing so good. Was this book. It's like one of those like fun adult interactive books with like postcards and stickers and recipes and whatnot. So I was like, oh, this could be a sweet Facebook Marketplace piece. The last item that I got that I generally don't pick up, for some reason I did, was this cute little romper. All right, like, this is so me, but it's an extra small, and I'm telling you right now, my hips are not an extra small. But maybe, it's stretchy in the waist, so maybe there's hope. Regardless, I don't know why I picked it up. It was like $4 and it was so my style, and I had the smallest sense of hope that maybe it'll fit me. Plus, it's also still got the original tag on it. So if I do sell it, I can say it's new with tags. And might as well look at the brand. I don't know anything about brands, so please, I'm not a clothing reseller. I'm gonna emphasize this a whole ton. The fact that I can't even find the tag shows you how much not of a clothing reseller I am. Okay, here we go. Here comes the sun. No idea. I mean, I could search comps, but actually the idea of trying to sell this is causing me anxiety, so I'm not going to do that right now. Anyway, it seems like I didn't get a lot. Well, because I didn't. Again, I was trying to be extremely deliberate with what I'm buying, especially this time because I fly this stuff back, obviously. I had to bring it back with me. So I wanted to be like, make sure what I'm buying I know will sell or have confidence will sell. Hence why there isn't too many more items. I will say that I did do another, I won't exactly say it was a thrift trip. Here's a little sneak peek of what you're gonna see in the future. Yeah, I may have got some items at this place. You're just gonna have to stay tuned. You're just gonna have to stay tuned and watch and see what I got. Yeah, that's right. Total I spent at those three thrift shops was $22.98. I have full confidence I'm gonna make my money back. If not, I got some stellar content, right? Jokes. That was really bad. I had fun. I was gonna go thrifting regardless if I made a video or not, regardless if I bought anything not for resale. I love thrifting and I love checking out what other places have. I'm sure if you're here, you probably do too. Anyway, I am going to end it here. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you. Bye.